Tom Crean is now in the teleconference. The Bulldogs are 11-18 overall, 2-14 in the SEC. This week they host Missouri and travel to South Carolina. To ask a question of Coach Crean, press *1 now. Coach, while we wait on questions, can you give us some brief comments on this week's matchups?
Well, we're definitely in the midst of preparation right now for Missouri. They play as hard and as aggressive on both ends of the floor as anyone. I mean, they really do. I mean, they cut, they move, they space the floor. There's a ton of energy in their game, and we're going to have to match that. And we're getting a chance, obviously, to see them against South Carolina from the other day. Our preparations with South Carolina will kick in more in the middle of the week. But it's just like any other day and any other game in this league. You've got to be on top of your game. No matter what, you've got to be on top of your preparation, your energy, and your desire to win has got to be high, but your perseverance and your stick-to-itiveness has got to be high because the games are so tough. So we're very thankful to have a win the other night against a very good Florida team in situations where we've been so close over times in the season, but especially over the last couple of weeks. And it was a great feeling to watch these guys be so happy and to have our locker room be the way that it was because they had you had to go out there and earn it against Mike's team because Mike's teams don't beat themselves. They never do. And so we felt really good about that win moving into this week.
Let's see, our first question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey,
Hi.
Tom. Arkansas is playing Alabama later in the week, and I was wondering what your take was on Alabama and Lewis in particular. I know he had a big game.
Yeah, he's tremendous. I mean, it's hard to look at him and see anything other than a well-established college basketball guard that can handle his game and business and run his team with anybody in this league. And just happens to be 17 years of age. So Kyra is outstanding, and they've got so many guys that can score at the rim. They're tremendous at getting the ball into the paint. They space the floor well. They get three-point shooting, but their strength is so much of being able to get down into the lane and create havoc. And because of their length and because of their activity defensively, they can cause you problems. So that should be a great game.
With Lewis specifically, what impresses you, especially him being 17?
A change of pace. And that says something because his end-to-end speed is I'm not sure. There might be somebody that's as fast in college basketball. There probably is, but I'm not sure there's anybody that's faster and more efficient with the ball. It's one thing to be fast. It's another thing to be efficient, make plays for yourself, make plays for your teammates. His end-to-end speed is tremendous. That's why his ability to change pace, change direction is phenomenal. Because when you're that fast, you can have a tendency to go that fast every time. And he doesn't do that. I mean, he really, really plays the game at an extremely high level. He's very cerebral, very well-schooled, very fundamentally sound, and makes everybody better on their team.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next is Alex Schiffer of the Kansas City Star.
Hey, Tom, as you
Hi.
come from Missouri, I was going to ask, what do you think of their three freshman guards in Javon Pickett, Xavier Pinson, and Torrance Watson, especially with Watson coming off the big game against South Carolina?
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, it really is. I mean, he is always ready to shoot in the case of Watson. He's always ready to shoot. He's got very good range. The zone gave him opportunities the other day. He moved very well without the ball. But their guards are impressive, and it's very impressive that they're doing it without Mark Smith, who I'm a huge fan of. Because they move the ball. Geis makes so many things happen on that team with his speed, with his pace, with his aggressiveness and energy. And what that does is it brings even more confidence to the other guys. So the fact that they've played so many minutes this year, the fact that they're doing so many things on a night-in, night-out basis speaks well for them right now. And their Conzo does a fantastic job of putting guys in position to succeed on both ends of the floor. And again, their energy on both ends of the floor is just absolutely tremendous. And I think the freshmen have a lot to do with that.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, next is Jerry Tipton of the Lexington Herald-Leader.
Tom, I'm wondering how well Nicholas Claxton played for you guys at Florida.
He played very well. He was very efficient. And we saw a lot of pressure from them in the three-quarter court. We saw a change of defenses in the half court, And he did a very good job, especially without us having Rayshawn Hammonds. And we only had Ray for a couple of minutes, and then we couldn't go back with him anymore inside of the game. But Nick did excellent defensively. It was a key part of our switching. Certainly aggressive and very aggressive offensively, and moved the ball really well. So very, very solid, complete game from him.
And I'm wondering, he seems very versatile, that he can contribute in a number of ways, and I'm wondering how a coach goes about determining which buttons to push from a guy like that in any particular game.
Well, because of that versatility, there's a lot of different ways you can do it, and I'm very comfortable with that because he's comfortable with that. And so there's many, many times at his size he'll bring the ball up for us. He's more often than not the trailer in the offenses, which is, with having a guy like Nick, it's like having 2 point guards in the game. And he sets offense for us. He runs ball screens for us. And those are things that I've been very comfortable with in the past, especially in Indiana, with different bigger guys like we had, like Cody Zeller and Thomas Bryant, Noah Vonleh, people like that. Now, the versatility of Nick is different because of his agility and because he's still relatively thin, but at the same time, he plays with such length, and we ask an awful lot of him. But very, very comfortable with him having the ball in tight spaces and in open spaces because he's very good with it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for your
Sure.
time this morning.
Thank you. Bye-bye.